I have with me one of the finest music jodis, and thank you so much, Salim, and thank you so much, Suleiman, for joining me in the show, The
Thank you.
Dialogue. And
Thank you.
well, I'm really pained to, we all are, to learn that Wajid sir is no more. And you both, I apparently think, are, or sorry, were very close to him. And
Yeah.
even to Sajid now. So, how did this association begin? Where did you first meet Sajid Wajid, or was it individually you met them?
No, we met them at a. So they, we worked with a lot of music directors. We continued to work with a lot of music directors while we were also music directors and working on movies ourselves. Sajid and Wajid first met us in around 2002. It was a movie called Khauf. Um, they were doing one song in that film. It was a Sanjay Gupta film, and we were at our studio, we were at a home studio, and Sanjay got them and said, like, I want you to meet these two brothers. And we immediately clicked. We worked on that song, and it
Hmm.
turned out great.
Hmm.
And it just, like, I mean, they're same age, I mean,
Hmm.
Rajat is much younger than me, and
Hmm.
Sajid is probably my age. So we just, like, immediately clicked. This
Hmm.
was literally like 18 years ago.
Yeah.
And we kind of shared a great bonding from that song onwards. And after that, so many movies like Hello Brother, Shararat. We
Yeah.
did an album together also for Babul Supriyo. And,
Yeah.
like, we worked with them. And even while we
Yeah.
were working on our movies and they were working on their
Yeah.
films, there was a really good bond and friendship and
Hmm.
camaraderie between us,
Hmm. Hmm.
respect for each other. And it was a very, very beautiful relationship. I mean,
Hmm.
it still is. It still is.
In fact, I actually met Sajid and Wajid way before we started working together.
Hmm.
I met them with
Hmm.
Sohail Khan.
Hmm.
We were playing pool together, and we used to meet quite often in at the pool tables, and we would play together. And
Hmm.
at that time, we used to say, I'm going to start doing music, and we're going to start. We'll come to you. We'll come to you. I want to come to you, and we want you to produce our music. And at that time, I used to think, यार देखेंगे जब होगा तब. And then suddenly with Khof, it actually happened. So yeah, it's unfortunate to see such a gentle soul has gone.
Yeah, there was, you saying Sohail Khan, so yeah, Pyar Kiya to Darna Kya was
That's
also
right.
one other movie. Yeah,
98, where they made their actually their debut. And
yeah.
Yes, that's right.
how, I mean, was this friendship between you going to each other's house, having dinners, or hanging out together?
Yes,
No,
it was.
not
For
really
me,
as
yes.
much, but
Hmm. Hmm.
For me, yes, but not for Suleiman. For me, yes, because so Sultan Khan Sahab, who was our guru, who lived in the same building, Pratna, and
Acha.
he used to live on the ground floor, Sultan Khan Sahab, and they were on the fifth floor, I think.
Uh,
And a couple of times where I was, and because Sharafat Bhai, their father, was also somebody we really looked up to, and he was an amazing tabla player.
yeah.
uh, you know, and Sultan Khan Sahab spoke about his friendship with
Absolutely.
Sharafat Bhai. And so we were like, and a couple of times I would bump into Sajid or Wajid while going to Sultan Khan Sahab's house, and he'd be like, "Chal na upar aaja yaar, khana wana khate," and all that. So I have actually gone a couple of times to their house, their home, the flat in Pratna, and really beautiful, vibes there, really good. Uh, and we were like, I mean, while we were in our careers, it's not just that we were busy doing our thing and they were busy doing their thing. There were so many occasions where we played cricket together. I don't know if you know this, Vicky, that the composers had their own team and the singers had their own team, and Wajid was the composers team captain. He was the
Oh.
captain of the composers team, and we used to have these matches at Ritumbara ground in Juhu,
Hmm.
with
Near Chandan,
composers
yeah.
versus singers. Yeah. And Babul Supriyo was or Shan was the captain sometimes of the singers team. And we used to always have these matches, and inevitably the composers would win, even though singers would have a much So Wajid and me also shared that side of the relationship where
Yeah.
we would play cricket together,
Yeah.
and he was no doubt he was an amazing cricketer also.
What क्या करते थे वो? Batting, bowling क्या करते
He
थे?
was a batsman and a bowler, and I was a batsman and a wicket keeper. Yeah,
Oh, lovely.
yeah,
So it all started bonding.
yeah. We were friends. I mean, there was, there's been a great relationship between us. We never, towards the end, we never met that often. Because obviously they were really busy, especially in Dabang 3 and in the last few couple of years, our milna julna kam ho gaya tha. It wasn't as much,
Hmm.
but there was always that phone call. And if we ever bumped into each other, it was always a riot of laughters and jokes and meals and all kinds of beautiful things.
So, Suleiman, when did you first learn that Wajid is not keeping well? I mean,
In fact, day before yesterday, I got a message from Salim, and we have a group in which I heard that Wajid was not well and he was critical. Before that, I didn't know as much. I knew that he had a little bit of the kidney problem,
hmm,
but beyond that, we were not really very aware of the fact that he had gone into a COVID zone also.
hmm, hmm.
So yeah, we came to know day before yesterday, and yeah, immediately I tried to call his wife. We sent a message to his wife, and she sent back a message saying he's okay. At that point, he was probably just fighting it, and we sent him her messages saying that please take care. Not little did we know that in 8 hours later it would just go completely chaotic.
And
Yeah.
had you kept a track of his health? Because I mean, about 2 years before, I remember, he had undergone an angioplasty for
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
big blockage in arteries. I mean,
Vicky, the thing is, in our industry, among our friends, we don't talk about health issues because it's like, there is always that little kind of a thing that maybe शायद अगर हम लोग ये चीज को बाहर निकालेंगे तो शायद people will think that, oh, now this guy is bimar and this guy is not well, and and
Yeah.
that's how the family also was not. I mean, I knew about Wajid's illness, but he's had such a fighting spirit, like he's always had a smile on his face, and our film industry is such that the show must go on. And there was this. He had a heart problem, and then he got out of it very quickly. He was hospitalized, but he did get out quickly, and so much so that they did shows even after that. They did a couple of concerts even after that, and with all the jumping and with all the singing and all the traveling and everything. So he was back on the reality show again, and and although with the problems which he had, because he was diabetic as well, and I feel like this is a message which everybody should know, that it's apart from the health problems we go through, the industry does create, I mean, from the work pressure, the stress that you get is something that really kills you. And I wanted to have this chat with you, Vicky, with you and Suleiman, to also convey my thoughts that whether you're an actor, you're a composer, you're a art director, you're a choreographer, you're whoever, the film industry comes with a lot of these baggages, and the biggest one is stress. With no timings, with all your sleep patterns going haywire, with food not coming at the right time, these things ultimately take a toll on you. So as a technician, one must, as part of the film industry, you must always value your health, and and remember to keep your stress levels away from your art, because ultimately you're an artist, and that should never, your art should always be your guiding force, and your main energy that should drive you. I feel
Also,
like
plus
Wajid,
you need We need a little more regimented life when we are working these stressful hours. A little bit of exercise, a little bit of straight, decent, healthy food, uh, at least a good 6 hours of sleep. And if you maintain that healthy lifestyle, you can keep doing that stress bit, but you need to have that little bit of time for yourself and for your personal health, which is very important.
म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री में क्या स्ट्रेस है? मतलब आई वांट टू नो एग्जैक्टली, इज इट like your song will be dropped, or you're having too much competition, less of work? What are
Yeah,
the
I think it's more of
sometimes sharing
it's more of
credits with music
deadlines.
directors? Also, you know, the musician is asked to, you know, enter today by the labels and the producers to insert a music's item number, where he may not be creatively inclined, or maybe with the story, because at the end of the day, I think it's a joint effort by everybody, and everybody has his opinion. What are the stresses that the music industry faces
See,
largely?
more than anything else, it's the late nights. It's the late nights. It's the getting into sittings. It's the delivery times. कि भाई गाना जल्दी record करना है, आज करना है. You need, so you're working late. You're working into the wee hours of the morning, and then you're going again into the mix. So you have a stressful life. It's not just the stress about कि भाई somebody is putting another song into an album which I've made, or forcing you to do a remix when you don't want to do it. There are other stresses also of the whole stage of production, going through the other various stages, which is very important as well. Sandeep, you wanted
But
to add something?
yes, yeah, Sulaiman. I think, Vicky, there is no doubt that this whole multiple composer nonsense which has started. I mean, I'm Sulaiman and me are completely against it. पहले बात तो गाने पिक्चर में 5 गाने होते मैक्सिमम या 4. उसमें भी अगर if you're getting multiple guys, like, come on, I mean, it's no point. And especially when the composer is competent and, you know, he or she or the duo have delivered complete films, like, you know, with multiple songs. This new trend of like having this thing does tax the composer. Sulaiman and me have been from the very beginning have been very sort of closed about having to enter this multiple composer platform, and we are very politely we back out of it and say that we can't be part of it. But you know, there are composers who are part of it, and I mean, I don't think that's wrong if they feel it's not wrong. I don't feel it's right for us. But it does tax you. It does make you feel like, you know, अरे मेरा गाना drop हो जाएगा, कोई और आ जाएगा, you know, there will be another guy who's it. So it does play, all these things do play up on your mind. And that continuous stress and that hustle of गाना pass कराते हैं, you know, अपना मेरा गाना है उसमें lip sync है, इसमें ये वो lip sync नहीं है. All these things somewhere takes away the joy of music as an art and takes it to a business and creates all these mental, you know, kind of torture for yourself. And then, you know, earlier you were like trying to do the song for the film and the director. Then it became the producer. Now it's becoming the actor and the record label. And it's a non-stop story. So when are you going to make songs for yourself here? The film should have the composer is chosen for the composer to have his or her personality in the movie, his or her musicality in the movie. But when there are so many cooks who are saying, नहीं इसमें ये अच्छा नहीं है, इसमें ये beat डाल दो, इसमें ये कर दो, इसमें rap डाल दो, इसमें, come on, I mean, like it's become
यार पहले गाना सुन के पता चलता था कि ये किसका है, whether it is Shankar Jayakishan, Lakshmikant Pyarelal, and even others like Pritam and all, when they doing okay, this is fine, but now it has become so assorted and it is not in sync at all. Not in sync.
Because the thing is, once the record labels start making decisions, when the actors start making decisions कि ये गाना लेना चाहिए, इसका गाना लेना चाहिए, वो करते हैं, ये करते हैं. So many times I see, I'm not just saying about the composers, the directors are sidelined. Directors sitting back and record company decide कर रहा है, actor decide कर रहा है कौन सा किसका गाना जाएगा. Filmmaker जिसने कहानी बनाई है, जिसने कहानी लिखी है, उसकी बात तो पीछे रह गई है.
Hmm.
Now it's become a project. Every film has become a project.
Yeah.
It's no more a film. It's a project.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't
I
know what's
exactly
going on.
understand what you're saying, but how do you? I mean, as you say that, I want to know, why does the producer take you? I'm not saying you take a music director, take two songs, and then the third one, okay, there are three songs. The third one he wants is from a different guy. If he has faith in you, or if he has faith in anybody, why is that third party coming into the third element coming into the project? Which is
Don't
not the
understand.
project.
Don't understand. And it's it's a different thing. कि भाई अगर a composer is not competent enough to be able to give, but when you have a track record and you have a history of
Yeah.
repeated multiple songs in multiple films becoming hits, I don't see why the whole thing
Sven,
where
can I?
you feel
I'd
that
like to add. I'd like to add to what it actually what happens. Like, I mean, it's kind of like a story of what we've been through as well. A filmmaker contacts you. Salim Suleiman, I have a great film यार, बहुत अच्छी कहानी मैंने लिखी है.
Hmm.
सुन लेना, एक बार सुन ले यार. तो हम लोग कहानी सुन लेते हैं. I want the music of this film यार, by you guys, please. एक्टर कौन है? स्टोरी तो बहुत अच्छी है. एक्टर कौन है? मेरी बात चल रही है एक एक्टर. ही इज नॉट एन A-lister, but he's a decent actor. बात चल रही. अभी ये फिल्म हमने स्टार्ट कर ली, doing the music. Okay, we started, and this has happened to us, and that's why I'm saying it. So we've started doing the music. The songs are turning out great. It's a beautiful celebration in the studio. Wonderful vibe. The director's there. The actor also comes to it. Everyone has a great happy spirit. Cut to the director takes the songs to the record label कि ये गाने हैं मेरे, आप प्रोड्यूस करेंगे क्या फिल्म? उसके पास पैसे है प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए, but he wants to do it, wants to go bigger. He wants a bigger
But is the
shooting
producer
budget.
not decided before that? Before you
The
start,
producers decided.
before you make
The
the song?
producers decided. The producers decided there is an X budget, but because the songs have worked out, Salim Suleiman have done the songs. The songs, by the grace of the Almighty, have turned out to be good. Okay, I'm not saying it's because of us. It's because of teamwork. It's because of the really beautiful spirit of making a good film. It's turned out to be good. Abhi, the director goes to the record label, says कि हमको इतने पैसे चाहिए, इतना चाहिए, और we have Salim Suleiman. अरे ये तो गाने अच्छे, and but now why don't you just change the actor? Why don't you change the actor? Why don't you also put in 2 more remixes in the film?
And वो remix film खत्म होने के बाद आते हैं. When I'm getting up.
Let me finish. Let's change the actor. Firstly, गाने अच्छे. Let's change the actor. Let's get 2 remixes. So Salim Suleiman are saying remixes आ गए. We are backing off. Sorry. हम लोग नहीं चाहिए. हाँ ठीक है, सलीम सुलेमान को रहने देते. You can work with them on some other film, but this the story is good. Let's get a better actor. Let's get a better, let's get multiple music directors. Let's put in 2 remixes and let's start. तो हर अच्छी फिल्म का फिर नतीजा, now the director is sitting and thinking कि why did I go, Roni? Why did I go? I was happy with my 3 crore film. I was really happy with my 3 crore film with Salim Suleiman's music, even though they were doing it for almost nothing, but they were believing in the project. And I had my actor who was my friend. Now Salim Suleiman have also gone. My actor friend has also gone of the film, and I have nothing with me. The project has been taken over by the so-called record label, who is the producer now, and it's over.
And
it's gone out of my hands.
So, but what was their how did they subscribe to this assorted 4 people getting in, this, that? Were they comfortable with this idea when you interact with them?
See, I don't think anybody is comfortable with that idea. None of the mature composers really subscribe to that idea. I mean, I can understand a young entrant being coerced into giving one song, But I don't see any of the seasoned music composers ever saying yes willingly to give one song in a film, to be drowned in a sea of different songs coming in from different people, where you don't know where your song is going to be used and how it's going to be used. So I don't think Sajid and Wajid were anywhere close to this idea कि भाई एक गाने करते एक गाना कर देंगे. I don't think any of them are over.
Yeah. But tell me, Salim, I mean, have you spoken to the family eventually? Somebody, some
No,
cousin, some
I have,
brother, or
I have only spoken. I've not spoken to Wajid. Sorry, I've not spoken to Sajid. But yes, I've spoken to Danish, who's who's really really close to Wajid. I mean, he's
yeah,
almost
yeah,
like their brother. And I've spoken to Shadab, who's his nephew, Shadab Faridi, and Shadab's brother Altamash. So yeah, they have spoken to the family, and they're constantly crying. They still can't come to terms with this great loss.
No.
And even yesterday, I mean, after the funeral, I couldn't make it to the funeral, but I was absolutely devastated. I mean, the whole day has been it's been a very, very, very crazy day for us. I mean, not just for me and Suleiman, but for the entire fraternity. I've had conversations with multiple people who are very close to Wajid and Sajid, and we just can't take the fact that he's no more. And all these clips floating around WhatsApp is just even more disturbing. Like him
Yeah,
singing in the
yeah.
hospital and all that. It's just like, I mean, it's
I
very sad.
myself was constantly on the phone with
Yeah.
journalists and a few people from Bollywood throughout the night. I mean, it was. I just
A
learned
lot
it.
of I don't
Felt
know. I mean, we were not aware that he had COVID, because I think for a long time the family, at least when I spoke to Danish, his cousin, he denied that he had COVID. I think for some reason, they were not kind of, I mean, they were trying to keep
Didn't want
that,
to talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
because everybody panics with COVID, right? So everybody want to keep it. But the truth is, and Vicky, you know it, that because you spoke to the doctor.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
Dr.
spoke to
Mansoor.
Dr. Mazhar Hussain, and
Was
you brought up that topic, and he confirmed that it was a case of COVID. In fact, that hospital, Sethia Hospital at
He's a
Chembur, is being converted to COVID. I
yeah.
think more than people hiding it, uh, us, the people around us, at large, are, they think it's some like, the ostracization. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, that's terrible. It's
ये
not. It should not be.
Yeah.
It should not be like that.
ये उसका फॉल्ट नहीं है जो कोविड में अपनी बात छुपा रहा है. वो इसलिए
Yeah.
छुपा रहा है कि उसके इर्द गिर्द जो लोग हैं वो उसे ऐसे
हाँ.
ट्रीट करने, मतलब ऐसी निगाहों से देखते हैं और इस तरह से सोचते हैं. हमारे we are still not, I mean, we say that we have changed, we have become broad minded, we are still very constricted, and we think that, oh my God, something has happened that I have to run away from this person. And
That's
run
true.
away means literally run away. I know you have to keep a
It's a
distance.
flu.
Yeah.
It's a flu. It's a deadly flu. It can take your life. It's not. I mean, the fatality rate is less than 3%. So, and
Yeah.
only if you have chronic problems and you're really old, then you can have. But otherwise, if you're with your immunity, can absolutely fight this.
And I
So
think,
But
as compared to the US and other parts, I also believe that because when we were young, we've all gotten booster shots and the BCG shots and
yeah,
all of that.
yeah,
To a certain extent, that has actually helped us
yeah,
in being able to
have a
fight
certain
off
immunity.
this virus. Yeah.
But more than anything else, I also believe that Danish must not have expected that this would fall in that 2 to 3% category, because
yeah,
yes, he had
absolutely.
COVID, and I mean, think positively. I mean,
Yeah.
anybody can get it, and he will say that, okay, I'm going to come out of it. I mean, he will not.
The problem is because you have a comorbidity, it becomes very difficult. if you have a kidney or a liver or any of those problems,
Yeah.
or asthma or diabetes, any of those kind of things,
Yeah.
it kind of the effect is very deadly of the virus.
Yeah.
In any case, whatever the case may be, the fact of the matter is that we've just lost a really beautiful soul. You know, apart from being a really good musician and composer, he was an amazing human being.
Yeah.
Brought so many smiles to everyone,
Yeah.
got so much of happiness to everyone, and
Yeah.
that is something is that is why we grieve, and we think of him, and in his memory,
Yeah.
we spread the message of hope.
But you know, as much as I knew them, they were very affable people. I just called both of them whenever, now of course it's Sajid, and pains to say it's just Sajid now. But I have a feeling, I could be wrong. He will still go with that name Sajid Wajid in the credit titles.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. He does.
It just occurred to me, and they're such affable people. So how would you sum it up, the loss, and any anecdote, one where you remember that, something very special about it? How would you sum it up?
I wanted to say that हम लोग जब 2006 की बात है या 5 की बात है, I don't remember. We were working on a movie called Door, and our studio in Juhu was a brand new studio, and we entered in end of 2004, and we had immediately worked on that film Door. And Wajid had come to see the studio. कि भाई आपका studio देखना है, नया studio होने वाला है. He had come, and then we played him Ye Hausla, that song, Ye Hausla Kaise Jhuke. And he just got up, he had tears in his eyes, and he hugged me. And he said, क्या भाई क्या बात है यार, बहुत अच्छा गाना बनाया, बहुत ही कमाल का गाना बनाया. And he hugged Suleiman, and he was so, no, this quality of a composer having love for music, and love for his friend's composition is a very rare thing in today's in today's scenario. And liking a song and calling somebody and saying it's a beautiful song is one thing, but having tears in your eyes and really getting emotional about a tune of someone else's tune is a very big quality.
Yeah.
And that was Wajid. And that is the nice human being, the amazing person that he was, that this world is going to miss. This is a huge loss to our fraternity, and it's a huge loss to, especially to our music world.
Absolutely. I think the person who's emotional is always a better musician, because music comes from the heart.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Suleiman, how would you sum it up?
I'd say we've lost not just a great composer, a good human being, a dear friend, and someone who always took uh, life with a pinch of salt. He was always one of those people who was surrounded by so many different things, and yet always you would never see a single problem on his face. You would always see a beautiful smile on his face and a jovial person. And I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss that one element which he had, the positivity that he had. And I hope his legacy of being the good person that he was always lives on.
Yeah. I must say that Salman identified the right people, uh, both of them. So thank you
Absolutely.
so much, Salim and Suleiman, both of you, for being on the show. And all I can say is, as the concluding line, why is destiny so cruel? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Vicky.